Good evening, my fellow short story writers. Tonight's prompt is continuing not the vegetable theme exactly, but it's along those lines. So imagine there's a new exotic vegetable in the supermarket and you take it home, or that your protagonist ingests something. It could even be they quit smoking and start vaping, and somebody at the vaping company has been putting strange ingredients into this particular concoction, and there's an effect upon your protagonist. That could be an allergy, it could be heightened or dulled awareness, it could be insights into maybe human behavior. They suddenly become good at putting two and two together. Up to you, it's your story. You can see how this could be used in literary purposes, your relationship with your fellow immediate circle of friends and family is changed in some way, science fiction, fantasy, horror, etc. The change is benign or it's not benign. Maybe the monsters start eating this thing and they become benign, to the consternation of everybody, because suddenly if they become law-abiding monsters, then there's an interesting twist. Kind of a bit True Bloodish, but yeah, what about if they suddenly become rather nice and get rights and all that kind of stuff? And then there's the thriller, political thing, people, the nasty newspapers claiming, drug crazed people doing this or touting it as a new cure for some social disease or other. There's a lot of potential here, and of course there would be the business angle, people wanting to claim the patent on this. So I think that could be a pretty good start. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to make a note, because tomorrow I'm going to tell you about somebody who had it wasn't me, obviously, somebody else. They had this kind of off the wall idea, and it became a thing. Going back 10 years, and they didn't do much with it, which is a pity, really, because it was a really, really good idea. In fact, they compiled this anthology, and then they compiled another anthology on the same theme, but they called it something completely different, and then they stopped. So, and they were publishers. So I'll tell you about that tomorrow. And that in itself is a story. Fear of success or whatever. There's idea number 2, is a bonus idea. Okay, so you have a hit idea. There's a film called Christmas in July where a guy enters a competition and they pick out his quote to make a point. And he hasn't really won, but he thinks he has. And then he finds out that it's all been a bit of a sham, and his life goes back to normal. So, yeah. There's a second quote for you. Imagine that happens. Somebody believes they've won the lottery, starts acting accordingly, becomes mega confident, is offered a massive job, and attracts all kind of people into his life until, like in the Aesop's fable, they discover that it was all a sham. But one or two people realize that this is a changed person, and so he or she becomes mega attractive to, and they, he or she has a new life as a result of believing that they had won the lottery. Okay, quite a hodgepodge tonight. And we'll see you tomorrow. Have fun with that. And here's to your story writing success. Oh, and the like and subscribe button and all that stuff. And if you don't like these ideas, vote it down. Well, at least react. Let me know. Let Google know that these ideas are great or that they are somewhat less than great. Good night.